Hey guys, it's Evan. It's late summer 2024, and today's video is called Basic Disinfectants for Boas and Reptiles. And I'm going to talk about some of the disinfectants I use, and I'll tell you why the term basic disinfectants is a little bit of a wordplay and a pun. And I'm going to try to give you some information you might not hear a lot of the time, but I just want to share with you, this is Connie. Connie is a Guyana true red-tailed boa. I want to be careful here, not to disturb her too much, but I believe she's gravid. I believe that she had her post-ovulation shed on June 18th, and then she had a shed again about almost a week ago. And I posted a video about exactly what I think is going on, because it's not traditional to get a second shed with a gravid boa, but you can go and check that out if you're curious. But I just thought I'd show it to her because she's looking very beautiful right now, because she's had a shed and she's also gravid, so she's nice and big and plump. But here are my basic disinfectants and cleaners for reptiles and what I use on a day-to-day basis. And that's why I call them basics. They're my day-to-day cleaners. And it's pretty simple, guys. You don't have to go through heroics. Most of these you can get at Walmart. Antibacterial hand soap. I probably wash my hands 20 times in the course of going through these cages. Also hand sanitizer. I have little pumps of hand sanitizers all over the place. Dish soap. Dish soap, mechanical cleaning of your dishes is probably one of the most important things. Clean your water bowls frequently, just like you do your own dishes. I also use the sanitizer cycle on my on my dishwasher a lot, because it's just better for doing a lot of bowls at one time. But wash your bowls. Mechanical cleaning is the most important part. It's more important to clean than it is what disinfectant or cleaners you use. In other words, if you scrub with water, it's more important, and you're getting like 90% of the way there. But other disinfectants that I use Lysol. I don't use this in the cage unless I can let it fully dry, because it does have a scent. And if you spray a cage and you kind of get in there, it kind of gives me a throat tickle. So, but I do use it day to day on surfaces around. I also will use it in cages because it's a little more soapy than chlorhexidine, so it's good for like scrubbing, soiling and things. But I'll scrub it out, and then I will wipe it out, and then I will come back through with chlorhexidine, and it just seems a little better. It's a little harsh, I think, on people's breathing and animals' breathing. This is the backbone of my in-cage and animal cleaning. So this is chlorhexidine. It's the most common one. I've never seen a different brand besides this. It's cheap, it's easy to get. You can get it at a farm store, you can get it on Amazon. And I mix this up, the way I mix it up in bulk. I have a 1 gallon jug. I put 1 cup of this solution in and fill the rest up with water. And then I put it into spray bottles and use it. And this is a good disinfectant. It's a hospital grade disinfectant. It's pretty mild. There's no breathing issues with it. I get it on my skin all the time. I've never had an issue like that. So this is a really great cleaner. I think it's one of the more common cleaners that people use in the hobby, and I recommend it. The other thing I'll point to you is it is a topical cleanser as well for skin. So you can use it on the animal itself. So like if your boa steamrolled through a deuter or something, go ahead and wash it with water and then wipe it down with this. It's good for them. It helps disinfect them. So that's that. And I personally love bleach. Obviously, bleach has its issues and it's harsh and whatnot, but bleach is a really good heavy duty disinfecting cleaning, especially when you're outside and like scrubbing cages with a hose and things. Bleach and dish soap is a very thorough disinfectant. If you have any doubts about bleach, there's this podcast called Ologies, and they interview different experts, and they have one on disinfectology, which is disinfection experts, and they have a guy from Clorox talking about bleach and why it's actually a lot safer than you think it is. I go listen to that. It's super interesting if you're a nerd like me. But so these are my basic cleaners, day-to-day cleaners. And here's why I'm going to tell you that there's a little bit of a pun in this video. And that is because really what I wanted to share with you are alkaloid cleaners, pH basic cleaners. These are cleaners that they work by using a basic solution to denature viruses and pathogens and germs. And so let's go through and talk about some of these, okay? And the reason you might want to use a basic cleaner is because they catch a different array of pathogens, specifically cryptosporidiums, and they require a certain concentration and a certain contact time. It's generally pretty long and generally pretty stiff, so do your research. But these are really good if you ever have, if you're ever bringing in used equipment, or if you're ever have any question about something, a disease or something, it's really good to start using these basic cleaners in conjunction with your day-to-day cleaners. So the other concept is like dissimilar cleaners. You use 2 different types of cleaners to catch the whole array of pathogens. You come in with one of these, then you follow up with one of these. And I'll tell you the ones that I keep. And the first one I keep is F10. This is a basic cleaner. It's one of the more well-known cleaners out there. And there's different concentrations for different uses. So read your directions, but I mix it at the 1:100 ratio because this is really, I use this as my bombing heavy duty cleaner in cages and things if I ever need to like clean a used cage or have a cage where there's a question or something, or like in quarantine I use these too. But F10 I use it a lot. It's actually, I don't know why it's this expensive, but it's pretty expensive, so I limit it to just that. And I'll tell you what I use as an alternative in a lot of things, and that is this product. I've been using this recently. There's also another product I use called Pet Facility Disinfectant. It's green and it has a scent, but it's chemically identical to this. These are hospital grade cleaners. They are also alkaloid cleaners. They're very similar to F10. The only reason I don't use them in my cages is just because I don't have as much confidence in the name brand and its consistency and whatnot. But these are labeled for animal facilities. I don't know if you can see right there, but it says healthcare, animal zoos, and other animal care facilities. So these products are meant for like a veterinary disinfectant cleaner, but this is another type of alkaloid basic cleaner. Basic cleaners, they say that you don't have to rinse them, and I think that's true, but I am careful to let them dry because they do throat tickle more than like chlorhexidine and stuff like that. So I don't just spray them and leave them in the cages and then put the animals back in. But these are very good. And then the last one is ammonia. Ammonia is an old school basic cleaner. It's cheap, it's readily available at the grocery store. Again, I use this outside a lot when I'm doing hose and water cleaning. So I might go through with dish soap, a bucket full of dish soapy water with bleach in it, scrub the hell out of everything, let it rinse it out. Obviously can't mix bleach and ammonia, and then I'll come back through it and I'll spray the cage with an ammonia mixture, let it stand, rinse it out again, let it fully dry before I bring it in. That's what I'm doing if I'm bringing in like a used cage or something. So that's what I mean by basic cleaners, both my data grade cleaners and alkaloid basic cleaners. Take care, bye-bye.